This week's episode of Fear Forward Podcast is brought to you by this week's award-winning episode of Fear Forward Podcast is brought to you by Your Mama Jokes.
Okay.
Sometimes these jokes still inspire girls to become street fighters like they in Capcom versus Marvel. And those jokes have brought to you this episode. If you have not seen Mariah Lynn double jump her ass
across a picnic table in New Jersey, girl,
to fuck up Dream Doll, you have not seen much in social media. And I encourage you to log on to social media and see plenty, because we're going to talk about all of it on this episode.
If you claim you paved the way for the girl and this girl couldn't have a contract without the workings of
Mona Scott,
then why are you getting upset when this girl talking about what your struggles are, sweetie?
You have too many of your own struggles to be counting mine. Count your struggles and then count mine after that.
New year, new you. Go figure it out.
Okay.
Get your pen and paper. Get your own steps ordered in the Lord. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters.
His name is also Preposterous.
Yes. Prep. Somebody posted that on the Insta, and I was like, yes, at Preposterous, come through.
His name is also Preposterous. My name is the Superman, TheSupaman, a.k.a. your husband's favorite top.
Oh,
BKA.
My husband's cheating on me. I got to deal with that in 2018. Oh, wow. Right on into the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Day 3.
At least you know what he doing.
Child, a lot of these girls don't.
And who he doing? I'm your husband's favorite top.
Okay. Wow.
BKA, I'm Niche from Black Mirror.
This is your colorful commentary on LGBT health and wellness. Follow our Instagram, Here For It Pod. HereForItPod.com ain't working out. I'm arguing with the web designer now, so.
But you know what is working out? Our Patreon. You can always go over there to see exclusive content that is not publicly posted here on the show.
And it's very difficult to keep new content up because we are always running our mouths. And I'm like, so which one do I post today? Which one do I give the girls today? It's like somebody requested that you expose yourself. So I guess if you expose yourself and we make that for the Here For It Hive members,
I'm not going to
give $26 or more. Maybe.
No, my OnlyFans page is going to be me doing ASMR. So that's what y'all gonna get on my OnlyFans. I'll give you a quick tongue lash into the microphone, a little dick tap to the microphone.
Oh
wow! But no, that's what my OnlyFans page will consist of. It's 2018, and we want to let y'all know Happy New Year. But it's a new year, and it's the same shade. Nothing has changed here. So New Year, same shade.
Also, congratulations to Living Single, because the Living Single crossed 20 years of being a series. And you know, we have Khadijah, Sinclair, Maxine, Overton, Regine, Kyle, her boyfriend, well, all of the gang.
Which one was Shamar Moore?
The gang is Sinclair had all the boyfriends. Overton.
Sinclair was, Shamar Moore was Khadijah's boyfriend.
Shamar Moore.
Like later in this,
I'm like scrolling.
Later in the seasons, Shamar Moore was Khadijah's boyfriend.
Moore Chestnut was in 2 episodes. I'm scrolling and I still don't see. Like, I'm on people who was only in 2 episodes. I don't see Shamar Moore. You mean Overton, who was Sinclair?
No, I love Overton. Overton is bae.
I'm still scrolling.
Yeah, that's Shamar Moore.
This Mel Jackson girl.
Who? Well, Shamar Moore is girls out here trying to steal your identity. Don't let them do that to you in 2018.
Our icebreaker is, who is your favorite character in Living Single and why?
Overton, obviously. Overton is the tall, sexy, handy, bald nigga. He just a little dumb. But I can take a little dumb because that means I can talk you into shit. So I like it. Overton was my favorite character above all. My
favorite actually was Sinclair, because Sinclair was like kind of not here for it, kind of pure, kind of like I am, and but still kind of like
fantasies. Okay,
yeah, I try it though, which is exactly like I am. Sinclair was always like, well, I moved here with Khadijah because I wanted to try new things, so here we go.
Bitch, you're not gonna make me Khadijah in this goddamn scenario.
Oh, I didn't say you were Khadijah. Don't even give yourself that. No,
I don't wear shoulder pads.
Wow. and or strap-ons, as far as I know. But that's our icebreaker this week. What's going on in Hot Topic?
Bless his heart.
Shout out to first of all, Hot Topic. Shout out to us, Podcast in Color, hashtag top 2017 podcast, the best LGBT podcast.
Not the verse ones, the top ones.
Wow.
So thank you, Pause in Color. We appreciate your
The
support.
listener submitted podcast people. She picked podcasts when people submitted their stories as to why this person was the top podcast. The stories that people gave were like some of the best stories from our listeners. Thank you guys so much for.
And thank you to the listener that said that he had not heard about PrEP and got on PrEP since he has been listening to the show. So if we didn't do shit else, we saved one life.
And so New Year's Day, I'm texting the girls like, so which clinic do I recommend here in DC? Connecting girls to PrEP on the holidays.
So we talked about the Preppy
We
app.
do a lot of work in the community.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
minimal.
Sure.
So we talked about the Preppy app a few episodes ago, and I want to let y'all know that they are serious about their fucking business. Them niggas are like parole officers.
Oh, wow.
They have called me 3 times now, and then when he calls me and I answer the phone, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's you. Never mind. You good, right? You still got all your PrEP?" And I'm like, I'm the one that shouted you out. They calling me to make sure I have PrEP, and I'm trying to connect other girls to make sure they get PrEP from y'all.
Shout
so
out to
I want
Prep
to let
Me.
y'all
Prep Me.
I want to let y'all know, but yeah, make sure that you continue to look up Prep Me. I call her Preppy, but Prep Me, because they are serious about their business and they're serious about getting kids and everybody on things, so
Yes.
they're not out here with other things.
Amen.
In Hot Topics this week, Moreau and Moroccan's mama has jokes.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm pretty sure that she should be a stand-up comedian at this point because singing is definitely her second gift.
Oh.
It's a gift.
Oh.
It's a gift that nobody can take from her. Nobody can take her accolades.
Okay.
No need leaks. Nobody can take her accolades. Nobody can take her legend status away from singing. But she's got to hang that up right now. She just what?
Huh?
This New Year's Eve performance, and then she had a show in the middle, and it's obvious that it's a show.
Yeah.
It's not like
I'll call it a stunt, but you called it a show.
it's a stunt show performance.
Synonyms.
It's-
right click. What's the right word?
It's short of a concert, is what it was. And I just want her to stand up, just do stand up comedian shit at this
All right
point
now.
because I want to see her sing a concert at like regular concerts, but she don't have to be on TV.
Yeah.
she don't have to tell.
She can
millions
do
of people-
impersonations.
Yeah, she don't have to. She don't have to do this to her character.
All right now.
So
Shout out to Mariah Carey.
Dave Chappelle, Mariah Carey is coming for your week.
All right.
And with that, I will lead right into the problematic hot topic that is Dave Chappelle's newest Netflix comedy series, which both of us have just recently watched.
Yep.
It's called Equanimity. It is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
From start to finish, there was not a moment that I was like, is this nigga gonna not tell something funny? Like, it was hilarious from start to finish. I arguably think it's his best stand-up work.
I agree.
It's his
The
probably
first
his
one was
best.
kind of
Yeah, it was like it felt like Dave Chappelle coming out of retirement to get a check.
Yeah.
This one felt like he had actually put pen to paper,
He had
sat
called him
down.
like, girls, hit the cameras up. I'm on the way. Child, we on 95. So if y'all can get there in 2 hours, traffic bad out here in LA.
It was absolutely hilarious. So if you have not got a chance to get over to Netflix and check out the Equanimity comedy special that he put
Dave
out,
Chappelle, yeah.
Dave Chappelle put out, please do. Everything problematic ain't wrong. I think that the show was problematic in the ways that he was talking about trans people and gay people to the crowd that he's talking to, but then he brought it home with saying what his ignorances were about trans and gay people and why he had those feelings and thoughts about trans and gay people. And so to me, it still was problematic, but it wasn't wrong. It was him being honest and being thought-provoking in his own truth, and I can appreciate that. That kind of storytelling, that kind of comedy, that kind of comedic timing is what made Red Fox an icon of comedy. Mm-hmm. What made Richard Pryor an icon of comedy. Mm-hmm. And I dare to also put Dave Chappelle in that same category. The things that Dave Chappelle has given us comedically, from the show to movies to writing to especially to this comedy special, I stand to put him in the same league as Richard Pryor and Red Fox, and I want y'all to fight me if y'all disagree.
Not to put too much out there, but he was saying like gay people back when he was in high school, they were confident and knew who they were, and they were still lying to their friends talking about they had sex for the first time. But like gay people knew who they were and were trying to fight for other people to see that they can claim their own identity and be strong in it. And I feel like when I was 15, 16, 18, I knew who I was. I was questioning it because other people were putting questions in my head, but I knew who I was and the things I wanted. And child, Dave Chappelle was problematic, but it was
not wrong.
It was like when he was talking about the KKK and the blind man, the blind black man who, like those types. It was on the.
When you talking about the blind man that was in the Chappelle show, which was again one of the funniest sketches.
Yeah,
the blind black man that didn't know that he was black and was in the KKK. So problematic, yes. Funny as fuck, also. So
yeah, so I feel like it rode the line, no pause, but it got to the finishing point.
It did. And so again, Equanimity.
Watch that
by Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Go get your life after you finish this goddamn episode.
All right.
Next, I had to wrap my own weave up for this one because she obviously didn't wrap her weave. Kim Burrell. She heard the last, the episode before the last.
# intro tease.
Episode of Here for a Podcast, the Homosexual Spirits episode where we got her ass together on that one. And then she took to Facebook apparently. So thank you for listening, sis. I hope you are subscribing. Please go over to our Patreon.
I'm not worried about them talking about me falling in my $1,800 boots.
If you have not seen this video, she, again, like I said, took to Facebook to dispel her falling in $1,800 boots. And tonight I'm wearing $2,000 boots in New York. Nobody asked her the price tag of these boots. But
Chad, first of all, you still got this Kango hat on, and we don't know if you got a side part or a middle part, and we don't know if you got a bang or not. Well, so
we know it's worth $2. That's
all these boots, but you can't even get you a good brow girl, a good brow, a good old lash. Struggles.
She can't even get one painted on.
Chad.
Let alone grow one, because we know growing one is going to be obsolete at this
and
point.
Can't stand on one.
Woo! She can't stand up in faith at this moment. Our misguided and misshaped auntie.
All right now, misguided and misshaped.
Has decided to clap back via Facebook. Who does that?
Old people.
Who does that?
Old people.
You're clapping back via Facebook, my nigga?
Old people.
Don't you have a pulpit? Don't you have a platform? You're clapping back via Facebook?
You're supposed to be
in the car with no makeup on? Woo!
The saints are wrapped in swaddling clothes, and I'm having to hang up minks.
So the first thing I got from that is, aren't you a worshiper of Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ was famous for being in swaddling. Yes, that's braggadocious what she did. But Jesus Christ was famous for being in the swaddling cloths that you're judging people to be in now. So who are you following? Because it's not Jesus Christ with that goddamn methodology. That methodology says you wouldn't be following Jesus Christ because Jesus Christ didn't believe in no goddamn $1,800 and $2,000 boots. You know what he had on? Some bare ass bum ass motherfucking sandals. And he let niggas wash his feet in those bare ass bum ass sandals. And you got $1,800, $2,000 boots on, bragging on goddamn Facebook. So who are you following?
All right now.
Who are you following?
You don't love God?
She can't love that God.
All right now.
She got to love a different God. That front was so dry and so unlaced. I don't understand. Ma'am, where do you have space? You got so much to be focused on right now. You got to repair your career. You got to repair them vocals.
Right.
You have to repair that shape. I don't care what you do next. You have to repair that shape.
So while you in that car on your way to Newborough, New York, girl, get off the
espousing
damn line
narcissism
and get you a lookbook out on Pinterest.
So I would like her to be encouraged at the end of that. I would like us to stop giving CPR to dead people. She's also dead, so stop putting your mouth on her. Bitches is pressed. Don't administer mouth to mouth.
I'm struggling. Who?
the Kojic Church.
Oh, just the whole thing.
The whole motherfucking thing. Do not get that shit CPR. The whole motherfucker. If the Kojic thing is
lady who gave her sermon. Oh,
if the Kojic thing is not wrong for one thing, they're wrong for motherfucking two things at minimum now. Mm-hmm. Andrew Caldwell is what we got because of y'all.
Yep.
We have to deal with that.
We didn't ask for that.
We have to deal with that every fucking time we log onto the fucking internet. We have to deal with him.
He got a book coming now.
He probably don't. But we got to deal with him.
He already got one book out. So
that's the gift of the Kojic Church.
Oh, it's a gift. Is there a gift receipt? It's still 14 days. Christmas was not that long ago.
So the Kojic Church is trying to give us another gift. In the form of Tanya Mancy.
I was going to say, do we know her name?
Tanya Mancy.
We speak your name.
We speak your name, and we hold you in prayer, in real prayer. And
real prayer.
And not judgment. Not what the fucking Kojic Church just tried to do to you.
Lay my shit on the cross. And
not what the Kojic Church tried to do to you. So if the Kojic Church really cared about these fucking people, and I say fucking people because I cuss a lot.
Yeah.
But if they cared about these people, I'm gonna get to the bread of it. But if they cared about these people, they would not be exploiting them via video and putting this goddamn video out for the world to see and for the world to pick apart. They would just say, okay, that's one of our saints. Let's just take that on out the message. That's not what we're going to air. You know, we're going to keep her prayed up. We're going to keep her good in the shelter. Connect her to care. We're going to do these things. We're not going to put her on fucking TV. We're not going to put her on YouTube. But they didn't care about that shit, just like they didn't care about that shit with Andrew Caldwell. So Tanya Mancy came up with her message, and it was a fucking message. Talking about being used by men, being in prostitution, and finally licking balls.
Wow. And coming home from high school drunk.
Coming home from high school drunk while doing so. Woo! So I don't know if any of our listeners can relate to this, but it's a fucking message. It's her message.
It was a lot.
I couldn't find ways to deal, but I could find plenty of ways to read. Tanya Mancy is obviously a person crying out for help. She came to the front of the congregation, came to the front of the pulpit, asking for help, looking to give her testimony.
Looking, because when she was giving her testimony, he snatched the mic away. She was like, "It's gonna give me a hug. It's gonna touch you on my shoulder.
He gonna walk me out like he a fucking bodyguard at."
The deacon went and put the mic back on the stand for the pastor. And I was like, I thought that the church is supposed to be a safe place where I can come. This is why I'm glad millennials are turning away from the church overall. And we're becoming more spiritual than religious. Because she really needed someone to hug her and tell her that she was not suffering alone. Connect her to care. And just uplift her. And like no one was there for her. Like not in that moment what we saw in the video. I don't know what they did. Maybe they sponsored 2 or 3 months of care. We don't know.
But what they put out, what got out was enough. And even if they did want to connect her to care, even if they did want to pull her in and say, "Sister, we love you. You don't have to be out here licking balls. You don't have to be out here prostituting yourself or be extremely drunk when you come to church." I don't think she's doing that
anymore. I think she was telling.
Right. I'm just saying that's her testimony. Yes. They could have been doing all those things and not be putting her on the internet.
Yes.
I know plenty of people that have come to me for advice, for help, and I'm not like, well, let me go talk about this bitch on YouTube because she messy and she broke and she ain't shit and she got gonorrhea and she was asking me to connect her to care, and so let me read her about that. No,
that's not.
I don't do that.
We're not
Nobody,
here for
and if I don't do that, and I'm not the goddamn pastor, the reverend, the deacon, I'm none of those things. Why the fuck is the pastor, prophet, the reverend, the deacon, the director of the usher board, the music minister, whatever the fuck his goddamn title is.
Sweet. So
why is he doing that? So definitely want to send the heartiest fuck yous to the deacon and the Kojic Church for abusing Tanya Mancy in this way.
We speak
if you have not seen the video, it's a little entertaining to watch still. I definitely want to say I am also AKA the girl in the back of the church that got her life and caught ministry when she said lick her balls and said, "Woo!" Cause that meant there was more than one Satan in that church that knew that goddamn story.
Hello.
So I'm that Satan in the back as well.
All right now.
So closing, don't give CPR to dead people.
The church.
I also want to drink whatever the fuck Tamar has been drinking for the last 2 weeks. Because whatever the fuck I'm drinking, I'm just not where she is.
She thought it was going to be cool to bring the other girl, the antagonist to the two girls I'm on tour with, bring their antagonist out during my set on their tour that they're hit. Huh?
Tamar.
You was going to bring Kaya out for that?
The other Braxton. You are the +1.
Wow.
You are the +1. Monica's the +2. How the fuck did you think that you was gonna add a +1 to your +1 when there's also a +2?
First of all, she was adding a plus. She was adding
a +3
because she was
like, I'm gonna bring this girl and the other girl
and her mama who was in a wheelchair. No shade to T.S. Madison's mom because we don't know her story, but the person who was bragging about them getting kicked out was also talking about and the lady in the wheelchair. Sir, you are. I don't have the words because I'm gonna say things.
Whew. Tamar didn't have the words either, apparently. The only one that has words currently is T.S. Madison, that is saying that they really didn't get kicked out. They really decided that they wanted to leave. I don't know who goes to concerts and gets in their geesh to perform. It looks like y'all was about to perform and then say, I don't want to do it no more. When it's all these accounts of y'all being put out by security. You sound like Omarosa at this point. No shade. Tamar is also fake trying to give us lemonade via her marriage, and
she's still tuning in and Vince is at all the backstage appearances, and
y'all still working together.
Posting on Instagram that he's got his whore has a baby, but then the next minute you hold his hand and walking back stage in Atlanta.
So are you on Lemonade or are you on B-Day? I don't know.
She want to give y'all Family Feud, but child.
She's trying to give us Kool-Aid.
Oh, I was gonna say because I don't know what it is, but don't renew it for another season.
New Year's Eve also brought us Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper.
I didn't watch 1 second of that.
I watched more than 1 second, and I want to get my seconds back.
Okay. Cool.
I am all for LGBT inclusion. I am all for double LGBT inclusion because they got
chick. Hello.
They got both their goddamn gay asses up there doing this huge, extremely visible thing, and we don't see two gay people in the same light doing the same things often. Mm-hmm. And I applaud that effort because I want to see it more. I just don't want to see those two. Exactly.
Okay, well we can move on because it
was boring. It was so boring, and I want to see LGBT people in the same spaces, but just not those exact same two. Not that exact same combination anyway. Bring Kathy back. Y'all president continues to
let's just move on from there as well. I can't.
He continues to act the fuck up. He's disbanded the HIV council.
Oh, we have to talk about. Oh yeah, we do have to talk about that.
He's
Shit,
disbanded.
I wanted to move on.
He's disbanded the HIV council.
Sent them a letter via FedEx in the mail, sis.
Right before Christmas, like these niggas don't have bills. These niggas don't have Christmas.
Like I'm
presents.
not on vacation in Taiwan or somewhere. Actually being exposed to culture.
One of our
not
brothers,
out here doing a project out here.
One of our brothers posted a video talking about the travesty of receiving your goddamn firing letter via mail. Didn't even know it was gonna happen, and it just speaks volumes to what this goddamn administration continues to espouse, that they don't care about us, that they don't care about us dying, and they don't care about a fucking HIV pandemic occurring. They have cut medical funding. They have now cut this advisory council. That means the advisory council is the people that tell the people in the HIV administration what they need to know about HIV and what the state of HIV currently is and what they can do to help people that are affected by HIV and people that are about to be affected by HIV.
The ear to the streets.
They don't have that no more. They have people that don't know what the fuck HIV is now. Fully in the administration. Everybody know that we got all these unqualified ass people. They had a council that was going to advise the unqualified people so they would at least know something before they make these decisions. They fired that whole goddamn council. None. Zero. Don't got none.
2018, y'all, we've got to stand up. Like, these people don't care about us. So you think it's cute to be on Jacked and cute to go to the club or cute to judge a girl because she's got a GoFundMe for a funeral. But it's going to continue to happen if we don't stand up. We've got to band together and get our clarinets and our flutes and let
And run for public office. So there are people that are thinking about running for public office. Same.
Like Andrew Caldwell, mayor of St. Louis. Stop calling him sis.
I'm not gonna call him mayor. But those of you out there that have a voice, that have a platform, that have an opportunity, stand up and don't let these same people that are okay with the HIV council being fired, don't let them speak for you. Don't let them speak for us. You speak for us.
Amen.
We had a Leave It in 2017 segment last episode, and I left something off the list because drunk. But my honorable mention was I Know My Body ass niggas.
Oh my God, please. Oh my God. I'm so tired of my friends calling me like, these your bottom sisters. I was like, I'm an only child. I'm an only child. They my sisters till they do something wrong.
Okay. Very certain Rooney teams. Like, I was here before y'all. Anyway, the I Know My Body ass niggas have dominated the 99 into the 2000, and I just want them to stay in 2017.
You know your body? Okay.
I Know My Body.
Do the study again.
Is the
you should sign for
do your research.
Do the update to the study.
I have lost so many sheets and rags to I Know My Body ass niggas because I was like, I'm not gonna put this in the washing machine with my other clothes.
I know what to get you for your birthday.
I'm gonna have to throw this shit. I have to throw this away, like I'm throwing you away. I'm throwing all of this.
Not
shit
calling
away.
you back.
So definitely adding that to Leave It in 2017.
Thank you guys for subscribing to us on SoundCloud and leaving us comments. We love you so much. Thank you to everyone who leaves us comments on Apple Podcasts. Thank you for all of your reviews, and definitely don't forget to subscribe to us on Patreon. We're working on a live show. We're working on a happy hour you guys proposed. We
can't do that with our broke ass lace fronts. So you need to help us buy some lace fronts. Go over to Patreon.
So now we gotta wear wigs in public. Wow. I'm not wearing a wig. My head is too big.
Go over to patreon.com/HereForPodcast and donate at least $1 so that we can make your dreams come true.
Continuing education in 2018 is the topic that I want to discuss, because after fitness goals, definitely going back to school and achieving our professional things is what oh, look at my Memphis coming out. Wow.
Yeah, it continues.
So, is student loan debt worth it? I'm definitely going to link you guys to the Vox article. It's a video piece in the description below that talks about people who attended for-profit colleges are 44% of the people who own student loan defaults. So you guys are going to these for-profit colleges, unable to pay them, and defaulting on your loans, then having to beg for help. Pretty please, let's not let us continue to suffer from that. In 2014, the U.S. Treasury reported that places like NYU, University of Southern California, Rutgers, Phoenix University, Ashford University, and the now defunct ITT Tech and and Michigan
we used to have like 4 or 5 ITT Techs down the street, which told us this not even no real school.
Where y'all spending all this money? And it was unaccredited the whole time. So, and those types of colleges were like the highest people who owed student loan debt. So pretty please be careful out here. In 2012, as Obama was cutting down on colleges who were filing fake reports about what their enrollment was, how much their students made, how much they actually made. When jobs were doing well back around 2012, college enrollment was actually starting to slow down. So a lot of colleges were closing and restructuring themselves. But the absolute day that Donald Trump won office, stock in for-profit colleges went up. And you know why? Because Trump used to have Trump University, and he understands what for-profit education is all about. And he put Betsy DeVos in office, who just got her honorary doctorate from HBCU, and she wants HBCUs closed.
And he had to settle a fraud case against Trump University for millions and millions and millions of dollars that we stopped talking about.
So in 2018, is student loan debt worth it? Definitely think about today's task is definitely consider what your goals are for 2018 revolving continuing education, because I tell people all this, well, I ask all the time, okay, so you graduated with your bachelor's in 2007. How have you been continuing your education since you graduated?
Because, or how have you used the education that you already paid for or continuing to pay for? That's the overarching important part of it. Yes. And so if you can't balance the numbers to say, me get my bachelor's is going to make me $100,000 more a year, but and I'm going to be able to pay that $50,000 that I owe University of Memphis back. If you can't balance those numbers, then don't do it. And I'm not arguing against getting an education. I'm arguing against getting an education that you don't need. If you are already in a career field and you making the money that you're supposed to be making in that career field, cool. Don't put yourself in debt getting a bachelor's that you don't need when they really want you to have a master's.
Yes, you can definitely get a technical certificate or go get an associate's and let your experience.
Or an apprenticeship. Apprenticeships, there was a study that came out about a week ago. CNN did the study that apprenticeships had got people over $200,000 a year.
Oh shit! I might need to write this down.
Yeah, getting an apprenticeship, especially if you're in one of these big trades of obviously nursing, obviously medicine, obviously maybe even journalism. Look up apprenticeships in your own field of study. That there's obviously somebody that's making $1 million a year doing what you do.
Amen.
Go sit with that bitch for a month and say, okay, well, I'm doing A, B, and C over here. I'm only making $60,000 a year, and it's cool. But there are people making $1 million a year doing what I'm doing. Case in point, right here in podcasting, there are people that are doing what we do, literally,
Child.
And they make $150,000, $200,000 a year.
Tell me about it.
So one year we may have to do this. We may have to take our own advice and do an apprenticeship. But it's not about us. It's about you.
Yes. So today's task is, how do you plan to invest in continuing your education in 2018? And it does not have to mean racking up an additional $20,000, $30,000 in debt. Think about it. Look into it.
Absolutely. This week in sexual education.
Oh, you're changing the title. Cool.
Sex ed.
Beyonce. If you're gonna change the title, sure.
Beyonce has sex. We learned that in the Blow video, and so did Tina. She
found that out. Let's just move forward. I can't.
Sexual health this week. I want to shine a spotlight on Lelo Hex condoms. We talk about prevention a lot. I would like to also branch out into the area of talking about a specialized condom that is, I think it's going to be a game changer. I think it's going to be a game changer because obviously the world does not love condoms. It's not a certain type of people. It's not heterosexuals. It's not homosexuals. It's the world. People in general would rather have condomless sex. So the stopgap in between that is having a better condom, which everybody's been talking about for 30 years.
Ultra thin. Bare skin.
Yeah. And those still give you the same results as the bullshit ass lambskin ones that we had in the fucking 80s that still didn't help you not get no goddamn diseases or get somebody pregnant. But now there's a actually fine-tuned, engineered condom that boasts being the actual thinnest condom ever invented. This condom has been biologically engineered to have like these honeycomb. It's like honeycomb made, like it's not your regular condom. So the lines in between the honeycombs gives you space for friction and gives you space for feeling. So you, like, if you're at the top and you put this Helo condom on, it will stretch and you will still be able to see and feel lines and parts of your penis between the honeycombs. But the honeycomb, it is thin enough that it's keeping the mucus and the fluids from whoever you're fucking out of the condom. Ooh. But it looks and feels, allegedly, like you're not using the condom, which is the effect that everyone would like to have in using a condom. Okay.
Now tell me the name one more time.
Lelo Hex. Lelo Hex. Hex as in hexagon, because they are honeycomb shaped hexagons that it's made out of. Not only is it boasting
$10, okay.
Yeah, it's not that.
And they don't sell at Walgreens and Target.
Look at God.
Wow. I didn't know this.
And so not only are they boasting to be the thinnest condoms on the planet, they are also boasting to be the only condom that you do not get the latex smell from. And so the latex smell is annoying as fuck, especially if you fuck. How do I say?
We are
roughly. Okay. Fastly, if you put a lot of fucking friction, you put a lot of fucking work in with some of these condoms.
Girls, not a make love kind of girls.
Even if you're doing that for a long period of time, periodically,
okay,
you'll get that same latex smell. It's like, ugh, the fuck am I burning rubber in this?
Do
bitch?
I love you or
I am burning rubber in this bitch?
Okay, I think I love
Skirt! Him. No motorsport. But it doesn't have that same smell because of its design.
Okay.
So, check out Lilo Hex condoms for HIV, STI, STD prevention.
Listener questions. Thank you guys so much for sending us listener questions. Both of our listener questions come from Instagram comments today. I posted on Instagram asking for questions a few weeks ago. And Jakai, I'm going to say this wrong. Jakai Bear.
Jacquay.
Cool, let's go there. How do we bring love back to the culture? It seems like everyone is deeply entrenched in the hookup culture and serial dating. What are your thoughts? I'm 30 and have never been in a relationship, and I wonder if I'll ever be in one because of the prevalence of hooking up.
Hooking up ain't stopped no niggas from being in no relationships. You can be in a relationship tomorrow without hooking up with nobody. And everybody. You can be hooking up with everybody and then say, you know what, I'm quitting the game, I'm gonna be in a relationship. We don't know how long that's gonna last. It has happened.
2 weeks.
It has happened is all I'm saying. The hookup culture, I just don't. I feel like that's an excuse that people give is because people want to hook up. I can't be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You can hook up or you cannot, and still be in a relationship. There are people that are in relationships, again, failed or successful, that are hooking up with the person that they're in a relationship with, and or other people. So the best way I would say is to jump in head first.
Oh, with a Hex condom, you say?
A Hex condom and
Lilo Hex condom
and or PrEP, depending on whatever your definition of safe is. Again, we've talked about this on the anthology of episodes. Jump in head first. It's a new year. People are doing new things. They're looking for new friends, new avenues. Find somebody that you feel like is attractive. Go out to the bar tomorrow. Not tomorrow. What's tomorrow for y'all? Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday. Go out to the bar day after tomorrow. Find somebody. Look around. Find somebody that you think is real cute. Approach them. Strike up a friendship. Start a conversation. If they think you
put some lip chap on. Your lips are so cute. Put some lip chaps on. I want to see watch you do it.
Bless his heart.
2018. I want to watch you put on lip chap. Record it for my Snapchat.
Go and find somebody that is really cute and attractive. If they find you really cute and attractive back, spark up a friendship.
Yeah,
start
no sexual
talking,
assault case. Yeah.
Start talking. Trade numbers.
Trade.
Go on a date. Literally within.
Date. Oh my god.
Literally within 2 days of meeting them.
I want to say within like 10 days, because, child, we getting back to work. We got to be serious.
Yeah, I mean,
Martin Luther King weekend coming up. I can talk to you for a week, and then Martin Luther King weekend. Oh, I'm off on Monday. I can hang out this weekend.
Yeah, take their schedule in consideration, obviously, but don't let things linger too long, because when things linger too long, they forget who the fuck you really were, and if they forget the moment that y'all had, and they forget why I even gave this nigga my number. So within 2 days, I think is nominal.
That is true, though. I've heard that somewhere else.
I think within 2 days, 48 hours is nominal. Tell them, hey, just me and you, let's go play pool. Do something where y'all can both be talking, be engaging with each other, and not be distracted by just a movie where y'all can't talk to each other, or just dinner where you got to stuff your face with all the food, and one person got to be talking while the other person is stuffing their face with food, and then vice versa. But something like pool, something like bowling, something outdoorsy if y'all are in a warmer climate, do something like that, and then before you know, you'll be dating, and you'll be doing the same thing with other people if you don't find a match.
How do we bring love back to the culture?
That's love. You gotta start. You gotta start there. You can't make nobody love you in a week.
I was trying to repeat the question and then give an answer so that way it sounded like I was listening. You know, that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Inactive listening. Okay. Inactive listening.
So I think we have to continue to be vulnerable. I think we all are child, I did that when I was 18. I'm not doing it no more. Or child, this happened to me when I was 23. Yes, you can see that someone used you for your tax return when you were 19, or used you for your college refund check or someone used you for your car or someone, you're not that dumb anymore. No, but you can't not be vulnerable anymore. And I think that especially as men who are protectors and we want to protect ourselves and not go through things again, because credit been fucked up and been to jail a couple times or 2 or 3. You don't want to do those things again, but you have to continue to be vulnerable. So, and especially, I agree with you in the types of dates that you pick. Like, what does this date do? Does this allow us to have the opportunity to have conversation? I definitely enjoy the Truth or Dare app that I have on my phone, because even if it is at dinner, I do play the Truth or Dare and put it on the easy dares, because I don't mind making a fool of myself and having to do a cabbage patch in a restaurant. It shows the person that I'm dating, I'm at dinner with, that I'm spontaneous. I don't mind throwing it back or having sex in public, because usually that's what those things equate when you're spontaneous.
You ain't even had sex in public before.
You don't know what the Lord has done for me. Amen. Look, I had $1,800 boots, and I'm going to have a $2,000 boots tonight, okay? So y'all,
and you're going to fall in both of them. And you're going to fall in both of them, and that's fine.
Yes, because I'm vulnerable. How about that? Our second question this week comes from @SeanDeBomb on Instagram, and he asks, if you have discussed this already, forgive me. I would love to hear your thoughts on the gay man running against that bigot Kim Davis for her job. He's very new to this, so we don't know too much about him outside of the headlines of him running against Davis. His website is vague, but with more digging, I'm sure I can find something. So
it's an obscure thing that I think should get just as much attention as the as the Roy Moore Senate race in Alabama. It's obscure because ain't nobody did nothing real flary. Like, we only know about the Roy Moore Senate case because the nigga got accused of raping little girls. Other than that, not many people would even be knowing about it or talking about it.
Well, he was replacing the dude that looked like
Jeff Sessions. Yeah. But again, there have been other people. Somebody replaced Nikki Haley in South Carolina. Okay. We don't know who that was.
I don't.
Right.
Sorry.
So, no, it was only brought to national spotlight because of something racy that happened.
Okay.
And I think that this should get more attention because it's ironic that the reason we even know Kim Davis's name is because she denied this couple their marriage license.
A gay couple.
And they said, girl, fuck you. I'm running. I'm running to take your spot. You don't deserve that spot. One, she should have already been fired. She should have been fired and unelected 2 years ago. Was that 2 years? I don't remember. A year and some change, whatever it was. She should have already lost her job for that. Then for the same person that gave you your platform, quote unquote platform, to be running against you is the irony that we need to all be watching in this country. And so I don't think that we need to know everything about this person. I think that we need to know that he's running against Kim Davis and he's not a Trump supporter.
I don't think.
And he's not a pedophile. Well, that's what I need to know.
It's the county clerk's office, so he just has to maintain the files of the population and the birth records of the people in the county where he lives.
No, it could literally be the city dog. It could
depending on the size of the county.
It's small. It's small. Yeah, it's small. It's small, but it's symbolic. It's not about the job. It's really not. And I'm pretty sure that's not the reason he's running for it. Okay. He's not running because he always wanted to be the city commissioner or the city council girl. He's running because you tried it. That's why he's running. And it's not really about the job. It's about, let's take someone that don't have no place in this space out of the job. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think it's important. I think that more of us should feel just as empowered as he is in our own spaces, in our own districts. When we minimize these roles and these positions, that's how we lose them to fucking Republicans across the country. And then we got, all these congressmen and state legislatures that are fully Republican because nobody cares about voting for the small election because, girl, that's just, he the mayor of the street. Cool. Not the president. I'm only voting for the president. So, no, we have to take these things personally and make them important. And so if you are a listener in Kentucky, make sure you pay attention. Make sure you go fucking vote. Make sure everyone goes and votes and get Kim Davis's ass the fuck up on out of here.
No out. But yeah, send us your listener questions to adhereforpod@gmail.com or any inbox where you can find us on the internet. What's next for us? Songs for Our Souls, Here For It.
Before we get to our song,
Somebody's a Bottom.
There's something else that I'm not here for, and when we get to Here For It, I'm going to address that. But this, I think, is just really, really, really.
So can we do Songs for Our Soul first?
Sure.
My song for myself this week is, child, you always do, problematic. And I say this when I'm on other podcasts, I'm innocent. Do you agree?
They don't either.
Oh, child, you were supposed to agree. The song for my soul this week is Erykah Badu, Next Lifetime. Because in 2018, we've got to accept that we see you. We see each other, sir. You tall, you cute, you got nice lips, your tongue game is strong, you got a nice whip, or you got a good job, and you can take me out and I never have to hold the door. But, sir...
Is this a dream or you know this nigga?
Oh, he in Memphis. But like, it's gonna have to be Next Lifetime, because like, you still got, it's a couple pros, but it's so many cons. Like,
he got a wife.
That's the con. I was about to say
the con is that he got a wife and kids. Like, shit, if you get rid of these wife and kids, we could be living great together.
Definitely the wife. Don't get rid of the kids. We love the babies. Oh my god. But yeah, Erykah Badu, Next Lifetime, because in 2018 I cannot bring all of that bad Mary that I had going on. I'm just gonna do the good Mary in this year. So I'm gonna call you back Next Lifetime.
Blessings, also a beautiful song.
Yes.
The song for my soul this week is something that I've been fucking to for like
wow.
Okay. That means it's real soulful.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
I've been fucking to, I feel like, close to 10 years now. Our brother Mr. Tremaine Songs.
Oh my god.
Has given us some music. He's given us things to talk about as well. But he's definitely giving us some music. And the song Jupiter Love.
Oh my god, I love that. That whole mixtape. I thought you were about to. Woo! But you pulled it back. You pulled it right on around.
Come on, snatch back. Right the song Jupiter Love, I feel like, is one of his best works. It is so rhythmic, it's so sexy, it's so sultry, it's so 90s, and we don't get that shit no fucking more. And I hate to sound like an old head because I know what these old heads sound like. I've been looking at them like, okay, girl, we don't have to live in the 80s. Yes,
they stole all R. Kelly furniture.
Right.
Get out my face.
Ooh, another subject. And so I know what it sounds like when old heads say that, and I hate to sound like that, but we just don't. I just don't. Girl. In 2017, I feel like I didn't get no R&B. They gave me the same feeling. Weekend? I said what I said.
Love galore.
Still said what I said.
Miguel put out something. Y'all loved it.
I loved it. I loved Miguel's project, but it didn't give me the same feeling. But the way that Jupiter Love makes me feel about 90s R&B is something that I have not felt for, I feel like, 10 years. I feel like I have not felt that same R&B, like, slow fuck grind song. And it's different to different people. Some other people feel like it's more of a romantic song. I feel like it's a more chest to chest, put your whole dick in the bitch song. And that's why it's my song for my soul this week.
So what are you here for? Because you got two things, so at least give us a
so it's 2018. And my phone won't let me in.
So here for it is usually where we talk about something that we like this week in the past 7 days, something we're
I'm gonna start off with the bad. What I'm not here for this week. The Catholic Church wants some smoke, and I'm about to pull up. There has been a letter from the Catholic bishops of the Catholic Church urging parents to reject their transgender children in written form. What did the letter say, you ask? The letter says, we acknowledge and affirm that all human beings are created by God and thereby have an inherent dignity. Do they?
Oh.
We also believe that God created each person male or female, therefore, sexual difference is not an accident or a flaw. It is a gift from God that helps draw us closer to each other and to God. What God has created is good. God created mankind in his image, and in the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Genesis 1:12. The 15th December letter reads. You can also find this letter on gaystarnews.com. Catholic Church.
Huh.
I know y'all motherfucking didn't. As many times as we have had to call y'all ass to the front of the goddamn pulpit for fingering, fucking, touching, and licking little children, you have the nerve. You have the gall to want to be judgmental now? You've always been the same girl. We've known you be the same girl.
I knew you were that girl.
I knew you were that girl.
I knew it.
I knew it. And you deserve punishment for what you did to Candy. But for this, in 2017, going into 2018, y'all were really trying it. Y'all were trying to get attention. Y'all were trying to be important. Y'all were looking for relevance. Y'all were trying to have a different voice than your own Pope. Your own Pope is someone that has been gay affirming since he's been Pope, someone that has been gay accepting since he's been Pope, and someone that has not been bashing trans people for their identity and for who they are, and trying to use Bible quotes and misquoting the Bible quote that you were trying to use in the letter.
At least
I went back and looked at the Genesis quote, and it's not what that fucking even said. Y'all work at the church. You're supposed to be reading the Bible all the time. You're supposed to know the Bible backwards and forward. I'm supposed to be the layman. How did I know when I read that? I was like, that don't sound like something I read in the beginning of Genesis. Now maybe Exodus,
2 John,
maybe Matthew. You might have me there.
Okay.
But in the first couple chapters of Genesis, trans bashing, that wasn't there. I'm sorry, sis, but I'm not fucking here for it.
Okay, your second thing was praising RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 3? Or
no.
Good thing?
The second thing, I was about to not be here for it, but then I thought about it and I was like, I'm absolutely fucking here for it.
All right now.
So, my Cuban Afro-Latina sister,
okay now,
Gina Torres, had to also wrap her weave up this past week. On the red carpet, she went to an award show for some show she's in. I don't know it. That's okay. I'm going to find it out and I'm going to watch it.
And we're going to support.
I am, when it comes to Netflix or something that I can stream it on. But it's currently in theaters. They're trying to get Oscar buzz. Those things. So she was at the red carpet. And it was at this Latina award show. If you haven't seen the video, go watch the video.
Oh, she's getting a spinoff.
Yeah. Go watch that as well. But she's on the red carpet going into this award show for Latina and Latino actresses and actors. There's a reporter giving her the business, asking questions because she's famous, she's tall, she's pretty.
Oh, is she the girl that's divorcing Lawrence Fishburne?
Yes.
The dude from The Matrix, and he was Ike in the Tina Turner story.
Yes, Gina Torres. Again, she had to wrap her weave up because the girls was interviewing her. She wanted to give business fish. They didn't want her to give business fish. They wanted her to give straight from the barrio, and she wasn't about to give that. So while asking this lady questions, while asking Gina Torres questions, this supposed Latina reporter was asking her questions in English, asked her about 2 questions in English, then code switched to fucking Spanish.
Oh, she tried to catch it.
Oh, she tried to catch it.
She tried to catch it.
She tried to catch it. And thinking because Gina Torres is Afro-Latina, she doesn't fully look Latina, but if you know any Afro-Latinas, some of us look something other than. She looks like a full black girl, but she's got some goddamn Latino roots. Anyway, the girl code switched, the reporter code switched, and started asking her questions in Spanish.
Child.
Gina Torres had already wrapped her weave up.
Espanol Poquito. Okay.
Already had wrapped her weave up, put her lip gloss on, adjusted her bang, put her hand on her hip, and gave her every motherfucking Spanish answer that she wanted to give after that bitch tried it. That bitch tried it down to that motherfucking red carpet, and Gina Torres wasn't the motherfucking one to try it with. Bitch, I know motherfucking Spanish just like you do, bitch, and I'm just as Latina as you. Keep trying it with somebody else.
Which Spanish? Which version you want? Brazil, girl, Mexico. Which version?
Gina Torres had it for that ass, and that's what I'm fucking here for this week. I'm not here for these girls that be out here trying to disparage somebody because they don't look as Latina as you want them to look. And speaking Spanish is not a goddamn litmus test for being Spanish. I can be as Spanish as I want to be and not speak fucking Spanish. Just like you can be in this fucking American country and want to be an American citizen and don't speak full English.
This week, oh Lord, I am here for the upcoming film Saturday Church, which stars a character named Ulysses, who is 14 years old, and during the battle of gender identity, he's wanting to dress in high heels and wear women's clothes and put on makeup, and he is dealing with his mother and his grandmother and even his brother snitching. You got on mom's heels, I'm telling. And he went down to the canal that the people go to where it's Stonewall. What's it called? I should know this. But down near
I thought they were in California.
I thought it was near Stonewall.
No, I think they were.
I gotta wait till the film comes out.
No, it's in San Francisco. He went down to the Castro.
Okay, January the 12th, the film comes out, and I will get all of the scoop. Or if a screening comes out in DC, I will definitely make sure we get to it. But shout out to Saturday Church is the new film that's coming out. And it's already been dubbed the 2018 Moonlight, which is a blessing and a curse. Yeah. When people start comparing things to Noah's Ark, we're like, girl, Noah's Ark is Noah's Ark. You can't.
And there has never been another
let that
since
be
then.
that, and let this be
and I'm sure that
so.
this is also not going to be a Moonlight because they're putting a spotlight on femininity and saying and showing how okay it is for you to be
just
feminine.
as we slayed with masculinity,
right?
In
and
Moonlight.
that's why that's why it's adjacent and it's a juxtaposition to Moonlight because Moonlight was about masculinity and character development and not sameism, and this is more about it's okay to be same. It's okay to also be feminine and same at the same time. So I think that's why it's different, and I wouldn't even put it in the same category as Moonlight.
So, but I'm definitely here for Saturday Church. Go to RonaldMatters.com. Watch the trailer. It's the first news story on my website.
Come on, top billing.
So yeah.
So that bitch stole my last call.
Oh well, it's time for last call.
I'm gonna have another one in 5 seconds.
I'll do my last call first. No shade. Since you go first all the time. My last call is a shout out to everyone who supports Here For It Podcast. If you support us on Patreon, if you retweet a link, if you like our pictures on Instagram, thank you so much for everything that you do because Here For It Podcast could not be one of the top LGBTQ podcasts of 2017.
Award winning.
Going into 2018 if it was not for you guys and if a couple girls listen, we love you as well. Make sure you identify yourselves like in an Instagram DM or something so we know the ladies are listening.
The ladies are always listening.
Hashtag for the ladies. But in 2018...
For the ladies only.
In 2018, we want to bring you guys the happy hour event that you asked for. There is one specific episode of Here For a Podcast that has to get to 1,000 listens. I'm not going to tell you which one, but if you listen, you know you've got to share that episode when you share with your friends. So when that episode gets to 1,000 listens,
we read Kimberell in that episode.
Shall we do it? Anyway, and a shout out to the live show that we are hoping to make come true for 2018 because I definitely claimed that for us. And I'm also doing research on that, so I would like that before I forget. And then the way you put live events together, I'm still out here on the old man method. And a shout out to a personal goal for me, a last call for me, is to finding a strict top in this new year because 2018, I know that there's a strict top who can understand a strict bottom and know that we belong together. Very Mariah Carey, and I might
and keep
put
Mariah
you in
Carey.
a bridesmaid dress before I be put in one. So
I'm down.
Professional goals, personal goals. 2018.
I'm down with being a bridesmaid in 2019 because you ain't married a nigga
First
this
of
year.
all,
You're not married a nigga
I need
this
to
year.
meet him.
Yeah.
I actually want to be one of those bottles who run credit scores. No shade.
Who did that on Married to Medicine? Lisa Nicole
and Lisa Nicole not even present nor accounted for in 2018.
So no, you don't want to do that because you don't want to be where Lisa Nicole is now. Lisa Nicole got a whole husband cheating on her still with men.
Ciao.
And not on TV no more. So no, do something else. Check their whole facts, not their credit.
Cool.
My last call this week is to depression.
Oh.
And it's my last call because it is a demon that we all know, and that we all know we can whoop her ass.
Amen.
She's an ugly, misshapen, misguided bitch. Like other misshapen, misguided bitches that we talked about today.
Shout out Kimbrielle.
She's an ugly, misshapen, misguided bitch. And unfortunately, I feel like she's taken Erica Gardner from us. Erica Gardner has been a growing voice in the Black justice, Black Lives Matter community since her father was prematurely taken away from the world and taken away from her, most importantly.
And them motherfuckers had the nerve to wear I Can Breathe shirts to their goddamn rally afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 or 3 that showed up to the hospital the day that she died. Whole nother subject. I'm not giving them no life. I'm not giving them no life. I'm not giving them no breath because they're the same fucking monster with the depression monster. My last call is to defeating depression in 2018.
Amen.
Erica Gardner lost her battle with depression in 2018. Arguably, she suffered a stroke and or a heart attack because of fucking heartbreak. She lost her hero. She lost her father. And I want us to not fight that same battle and lose in 2018. Realize the demon that you are facing and realize that God did not give you the power to beat it.
Amen.
You have all the tools in your arsenal to beat it. You just have to use them. And that's my last call. You have friends.
You have professional help. 1-800-273-TALK. You have me. DM me. Call me. I'll give you my number. You can talk to me. It's not that serious. Well, it is serious.
I'll Snapchat you.
You're making light of the situation. But, we love you. And definitely if 2018 is already trying to attack, you have resources. You have support. And depression is something you don't have to go through alone.
Absolutely. Again, it's an ugly, ugly, hateful ass monster that took too many people in 2017. And our goal and our mission definitely needs to be that they don't take as many people in 2018.
Yeah,
so arm yourself.
Is $1,800 boots, and our goal is to be $2,000 boots tonight here in New York. So that's a good thing. We turned the negative into a positive. The gays are always reclaiming things.
Reclaiming time, yeah. Yes, as well. Remember that this week's episode is brought to you by Your Mama's Jokes. Watch your man, and you should definitely watch your motherfucking mouth.
Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode. Definitely leave us comments. Who is your favorite character on Living Single? Because I know Sinclair is going to get all the votes. And
she's not. Everybody loves Overton. I know y'all do.
Well, Overton was cute though. But I dated
and that's
Overton.
why everybody's going to vote for Overton.
I dated Overton, so does that make me win?
No, nigga.
You ugly inside. Because you're beautiful on the outside, friend. I love you.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Follow us on the internet at HereForItPod. HereForItPod.com is coming, child, by the end of January if I have to snap somebody's neck or swipe my credit card for a ridiculously outrageous amount of money. So, there's that. We'll see you next week.
Bye.